Konnichiwa, y'all. This is the 10 at 10 for August 31st of 2023. I got the captain's hat on. We're sailing into fall very soon.
Hey, y'all. I'm Tim. That's my brother, Matt. If you know anything about us, we're MrMaple.com. We ship directly to your door, and we do over 1,000 varieties of Japanese maples. Every Tuesday at 10 a.m., we release at least 10 new plants, which is really 20 new plants on our website. You know what? We've recently been doing some bonuses on Thursdays as well, so we're releasing 20 plants again today. So get excited, y'all. We're getting a bunch of new plants coming to Mr. Maple at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time.
It's almost fall, y'all. Gardeners everywhere are rejoicing. That cooler tint is in the air. It is around the corner. Some fall temperatures. We can't wait. We are still having our open house this Labor Day. So that's going to be next Monday. We're going to be here from 8 to 4. Phenomenal time. Food truck, the Carolina Drifters, and more Japanese maples than you can shake a staking gun at.
And you're going to want to be here because there's people from all around the United States traveling in to come check out these Japanese maples. That means there's going to be a lot of other people who love Japanese maples you can have conversations with.
Not just
like you.
Cool people.
Cool people.
I mean, phenomenally cool. The coolest people I know.
And me and Matt will be here. So it's
But those cool people, talk to them.
So get excited. Food truck, live band. It's going to be awesome here. We're going to have more Japanese maples here than almost anywhere else in the world available here at Mr. Maple.
All right, let's get into this 10 at 10. That's what you're here for. These 10 at 10s quickly become some of our most popular videos of the week. We keep bringing it. This is going to be 20 trees, so check your email. This is just 10 of them, but I think we got a killer lineup for you here today. And hey, even in August, we're bringing it. The last day of August.
So let's start down here with Benny Camachi.
Ooh, Benny Camachi. This one is funky, y'all. This one has some crazy growth to it. I love the pink overlays on red you get, and then in the summer you get a little bit more pink on green or even lime on green.
Now the spring color, I mean, this is a spring interest and a fall interest tree for sure, but during the summer, whenever it's not displaying those bright pink red colors, it gives you a very unique shaped leaf that is really almost like a kamagata, which is really unusual and really different. It's variegated. I mean, it is a plant that stands out from the crowd and gives you some amazing spring color.
Now, I can't confirm this, but it definitely reminds me of a variegated sport form of something like Benny Maiko, because you get some of those Benny Maiko vibes. It definitely has some of that color pattern to it and just overall uniqueness. Phenomenal tree for that bright color. Put this in your spring garden in a container or in the ground. It's going to knock your socks off. Really funky growth though. I mean, I think this would be a really fun pairing next to Dr. Seuss we've offered recently. You can kind of get a little bit of best of both worlds color-wise.
I think it'd also make a great, fantastic bonsai as well. I mean, people love DeSojo. It gives you a very similar spring, pink-red color in the spring, but the foliage is so different. The foliage,
I'm remarketing. We're going to Funky DeSojo.
Funky DeSojo. Make sure you get a Funky DeSojo today on Mr. Maple. It'll probably be under the name Benny Camachi, but get a Funky DeSojo.
All right, what do we got next?
Next up, y'all, we got some Radiance.
All right, I'll get this big boy right here. We got multiple sizes in Radiance. We got XL 1 gallons and regular large 1 gallons.
Yeah, our 1 gallons have some good size to them. Our XL 1 gallons, they have to ship in a medium box, a little bit taller.
These are ready for threes.
Yeah, they're ready for threes, definitely for sure. Radiant is one of those plants that gives you some amazing colors in the spring with splotched variegation, swirl variegation, pink in the spring with white in there, and you get just a little bit of sand dusting. It's everything people love about Arita no Nishiki, but then sand dust on top of that.
Yeah, really funky one here. Again, color patterns are just insane. You can actually get some swirling in the bark on this one. So you get that chimeral candy cane-like bark going on this one. It actually handles sun pretty good and has a great red fall color as well to complement all those other amazing traits.
We currently have a lot of the Ghost series on the website, but we're actually bringing back a lot of the new Ghost types. So right here, we've got Acer palmatum Dark Knight.
Oh, Dark Knight, killer plant, y'all. This one, you know, we joke about it being the Batman tree because Batman's a Dark Knight, but this one is incredible. It's got some of the darkest foliage with that reticulated veining of any Japanese maple. Phenomenal plant to be growing. And I think it really adds a lot to the overall Ghost series. We call this series kind of that new Ghost. So if you've already got the Ghost series, start collecting those new Ghosts. There ain't nothing to be afraid about with these Ghosts.
Dark Knight, I mean, with a name like that, we're comic book fans. You got to have a Dark Knight in your garden. I mean, you put this next to your Batwing maple and have your Bat Cave section of your garden. This is such a cool plant. I like it just because you get that reticulation on there with that dark foliage.
Yeah, even during this time of the year, I mean, we're in August, y'all. It still looks incredible. You got dark new growth over top, of these white, pink shades and heavy shade. There's a little bit of green going on. If you're giving this one some early morning sun, you'll get a ton of this bright pink purple going on right now. But in early spring, it is one of the darkest Japanese maples.
It really is. Super cool part of the new Go series, and we got more of those coming up here in a little bit.
All right, what do we got next here? Looks like some gold drift on the table.
Yeah, Gold Drift is a Norway spruce that I like to stake up and let it cascade down. It has that Ryerson kind of style habit to it, but on a conifer. Give it some sunlight to really peak up the yellows on it. It's a selection by Robert Fincham, and Bob Fincham has just made so many cool selections. This one is one of his most iconic. I mean, you see this plant as a specimen staked up to about 6 feet, cascading straight downward. I mean, that's an awesome plant.
I know I keep teasing it, but we're gonna have Buckholz week coming soon. And we're gonna do a whole week of some of the videos we shot at Buckholz. There's a very famous one at Buckholz Garden we have a lot of photos on our website of, so stay tuned for that. A phenomenal color. Like Tim said, a little bit of sun does make that color a lot more yellow. Give this one some sun, but pair it with something like that Dark Night. That's gonna look incredible texture-wise and color-wise against this yellow.
So this tree really comes in and gives you some really good gold color with that heavily cascading Ryerson style habit. There's some fun ways you can shape and train this.
Oh yeah, great for a container, great for anywhere. All right, next up on the table, we got frosted purple. We're dropping another one of those new ghosts.
Yeah, I mean, this is a cool plant that just gives you some of that frosted colors on there with some green in there. You get some, my favorite time is late spring, where you get that pink color with that lime green variegation in the veins.
I've heard if you make momiji tempura with this one, it kind of tastes like grapes. It's got a little bit of a frosted flavor to it. It's really good. I've never heard that actually, but it is a phenomenal tree. Great large leaves on this one. It has frosted purple, really aptly describes the color because you get this weird color of lavender purple. It looks frosted, it looks accentuated. It looks like almost sometimes snow settling on a purple style reticulated form.
It is awesome. This new growth even right now is just spectacular. You get a dark green with that strawberry kind of color in there. I mean, this is one of those new ghost types that keeps bringing it spring, summer, and the fall. You get some bright reds as well. I mean, an awesome tree. Pair this with a summer gold and you're gonna have some rock solid color contrast happening in your garden.
This was one of my very favorites. This and Celebration, I think, were two of the ones I was most anticipating for that color. And this one did not disappoint. Like, when I first saw it, I couldn't believe the shades it had. And Talon sent me one back when we were living at Mom and Dad's, back when we were really getting going. He'd sent us one to evaluate. We got a box that showed up, went out and opened that up, and there was a 2-gallon frosted purple. And this was really before he'd even put it on his website. I hadn't really hit the trade yet. He had sent us a picture of it, and the hype for me was unreal. It was one of those like instant gratifications where it's like you saw it, but then you got it really quickly. So like that turnaround for the collector for me from like excitedness to getting it was like immediate. It was like a week. And so I think this is one you'll get excited about. And as more people get it in their garden, I think it's going to get even more popular.
Give it some protection from the hot afternoon sun to hold that reticulation longer throughout the summer.
Put it near Olson's Frosted Strawberry. Have yourself a buffet. All right, we got Ryerson.
Y'all, this time we're listing some high graft Ryerson 1 gallons right now. We've also got some large 1 gallon Ryerson right now and 3 gallon Ryersons right now. So we've got a lot going on with Ryerson. If you like this plant, now's the time to get it.
Grow these out in the container, use them as an umbrella. They're great for that. You can carry them around for sun protection. It's a very heat tolerant tree. Ryerson looks great in the ground or in a container. Now again, these are grafted high, y'all, so these are gonna be very different than our low grafted ones. They come on a high standard. That just gives you some placement to get that out. Now if you're gonna grow hostas or heuchera or Radiance Japanica, it's a great way to have an elevated starting point for that to weep down. Now, full disclosure, Ryerson's gonna hit the ground quick because it's gonna weep all the way down from there fairly quickly.
Now, Ryerson is one of those plants that's fun to train, fun to shape, and this one's already got a shape kind of started with it since it's a high graft. That gives you just a little bit of that fountain look started already. You can always stake these on up. They've got a lot of long whips, and you can stick that up to 6 foot, let that cascade down, and so it'll look very similar to many of the photos you see on MrMaple.com. But this is a plant that can be grown in a number of different ways. Since we have 3 gallons, we have large 1 gallons. You can grow some of these. We might even have some low graft 1 gallons right now.
These are ready for 3s right now. These are huge.
So there's so many different ways that this can be trained and shaped. And that's the best thing about Ryerson. It's very malleable. And it's up to yourself. You can design and do this a number of different ways. I've seen this grown over trellises. So there's so many cool ways you can grow this plant.
Next time we're at one of my daughter's t-ball games, I'm just going to hold one over Amy like this. So she brings an umbrella sometimes. All right. What do we got next here, Tim?
Guys, we're bringing back the Doctor. Dr. Brown is back in stock. We often joke and say Dr. Brown's probably one of the worst names for a Japanese maple, but this is such a cool Japanese maple. It's the best maple with the worst name.
Yeah, in America, we think brown, oh no, oh crap, my plants have died. Nobody thinks like brown, amazing color. There's nothing brown about this one. Interestingly enough, in Japan, a lot of our maroon shades of some of our most desirable trees are called shades of brown. So like Tamukiyama would be considered as a brown Japanese maple. Now, Dr. Brown brings it, y'all. This is one of the most colorful, lavender, yellow, purple. It just keeps changing. It is so showy. It goes to brick maroon. Again, we're in August right now, so one of the least eventful times of the year. Things still looking phenomenal.
Now the fall color on this is electric. In fact, it's a bright, bright, bright orange. And often you'll see other websites that use Talon Buchholz's photo of Dr. Brown for Orangeola, which is just completely messing it up. You should message those people like I have and tell them,
no, it ain't.
No, it ain't. You're using a Dr. Brown photo for Orangeola.
People cheat because that is what a lot of people want Orangeola to look like, to be fair. It can be insane oranges.
It can. And that's one of the coolest things about Dr. Brown. Give it some protection from the hot afternoon sun to really peak up those orange bronzes in the spring, those amazing lavender, unreal colors you get in the springtime. But that fall color on Dr. Brown is, it's going to make...
One of the best lace leaf fall colors.
It makes a statement in the garden. But this is also a slow growing lace leaf. And being a low graft, we're talking 3 to 4 feet by 4 to 5 foot wide in 10 years. Makes it a quintessential small dwarf Japanese maple you can easily grow.
Yeah, if someone's asking, is there a doctor in the house? Send them a Dr. Brown. Don't keep it in your house, but it's an awesome container maple. All right, we got Keohime back in stock.
Keohime is sold out. We found another set, y'all. This is one of our most popular Japanese maples for bonsai, popular for containers.
Hold that one up high. These are perfect for bonsai, y'all. Look at all that low branching. I mean, phenomenal.
Fairly low grafts. These are grafted about 1 inch to 2.5 inches. And they have a purple border and the purple red border in the spring. And Keohime, super heat tolerant.
Phenomenal plant. I love this one. I've seen it growing in full sun in Auburn, Alabama, doing excellent. It's durable as all get out. It makes a perfect toadstool for a container. You've heard us use that term before. Looks like a little mushroom top if you put it out in a patio planter. Perfect way to grow this one. Also great for under a window where you want something that's going to put some electricity out there in that color pattern, but not get too tall and block your window out. Keohime is a perfect example for that. Sun, shade, whatever you're looking for, this one's going to look amazing. Zones 5 through 9. I definitely recommend a little shade in that zone 9, but it is a showstopper.
Excellent for containers. Those bonsai people grass snatch these up because they are so easy to train into bonsai. Guys, coming back in stock, Acer Palmatum Japanese Princess.
Boom! These are phenomenal. Love Japanese Princess. Was it number 1 on our Makawa list? You'll have to watch to find out. There's a podcast we did on Makawa types. Check it out. We also did a podcast on our favorite introductions by Talon Buchholz. Check that one out to see where it falls as well. This one was named by our friend and mentor, Talon Buchholz. Japanese Princess, one of the best of the Makawa forms for sure. I mean, I think there's no debating that. This is one that's always highly sought after.
It's slow growing, give it some protection from the hot afternoon sun in the deep south, but the pinks on this are amazing in the spring. You get some coral pinks to, I've even seen hot, hot, hot pink. And it's one of those plants that's amazing for its spring interest, but the foliage is very different on this tree. You get a very ruffled, curling foliage on Japanese Princess that many of the other Makawa types don't have. So its texture out there with that layering habit is very unique in comparison to many of the other Makawa family collection.
In sun, bright neon pink. In shade, you'll get soft pinks with blonde undertones. One of the most colorful and compact Japanese maples we do. Japanese Princess, highly sought after for those reasons. Don't sleep on it. Let's get that hype train going though. Corbin recently found some footage of drone footage for some of his Buchholz videos. So we're re-editing a few of those videos to add some additional drone footage. I'm thinking maybe late September we're going to air, instead of Shark Week, Buchholz Week.
It may be a couple weeks.
It may be. There's a lot of footage, but we're going to put it all together as one big video. I think you guys will enjoy that. Let's get that hype train going for hashtag Buchholz Week. Forget Shark Week. I'd rather look at Japanese maples.
That's for sure.
All right, y'all, last but not least, we got Orizuru here on the table.
Yo, Orizuru, this is a very fun Japanese maple. It's got a lot of sand dusting variegation and swirls in it, but it's got a serrated foliage, which is pretty unique for many of the Oridano Nishiki style family.
This one could rival Radiant for its color many times. I mean, I've seen this one in the greenhouse, just phenomenal. I know we shot several top 5s with customers and employees recently, and many of our employees picked this because they've been walking by at the greenhouses, and they said those Orizuru are popping off right now. Incredible colors, white pinks, and like Tim said, that serrated leaf gives it something really different in that Arita no Nishiki style family.
Now, all of these are extremely variegated right now. Sometimes with the Arita no style family, as they mature and make like a specimen, you start to get more green foliage. We've got a whole video on how to prune these styles to promote variegation. Check that out. It's how to prune Japanese maples to promote variegation. And they can get really swirling in the bark. And when you do that, you can even get even crazier variegation than what you see right now.
Put an Orizuru in your yard, you won't be ornery at all. All right, y'all, this is the 10 at 10 for August 31st. August is over.
2023.
August is gone. We're going straight into fall. I cannot wait. We're so excited. We're going to be going to Seattle and shooting some fall color videos there. We're going to be shooting a lot of garden walkthroughs. So there's some crazy content that's about to drop here on Mr. Maple and also Buckholtz Week.
And I don't think we can keep up these Thursdays every single Thursday, but we're trying to bring it to you through the month of August. We brought it through the month of July. We brought it through the month of...
Who knows how long we'll be able to keep that going.
Who knows how long we'll be able to keep that going. But y'all, there's 20 plants getting listed today. Check out fast. Many of these plants will sell out quickly, and our website doesn't hold it for you until you complete the checkout process, because just because you have it in your cart doesn't mean it's held for you. So make sure you check out fast today.
Hashtag Buckholtz Week. It's coming soon. It's going to be phenomenal.
Over there.
We look forward to seeing y'all on Labor Day, y'all. It's coming up soon, and we're humbled and honored that so many of y'all travel in to see us. It isn't lost on us that y'all buy plane tickets, gas, trailers, and travel from all over the country to get here to East Flat Rock to see little old Mr. Maple, and we are humbled and honored by that. We're very excited, and if you're a frequenter of this channel and you're somebody who watches this, we would love to include you in a top 5. Comment under this video, tag your favorite person that's coming to Mr. Maple that you'd like to see a top 5, and maybe we can get them to the side. It is a madhouse, so you can't get to everybody, but maybe we can pull them aside and shoot a little top 5 favorite Japanese maples with them. And that's just something we love interviewing. I think it's so fun to get different people on here and see what draws them in.
That is for sure. And we get so excited just having everybody here. It gets us pumped up and excited because of y'all's excitement about the Japanese maples. We're excited, y'all are excited. I mean, it's a good time with the food trucks, band. It's gonna be from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Labor Day itself. So make sure you get here early so you can shop those greenhouses. There's more Japanese maple varieties here than you'll find almost anywhere else.
Get excited, y'all. Take care.
God bless.
And have a great day.